2 years ago, 52-year-old Sherry Farner was a manager at this Denny's restaurant.
I can't be left alone because I fall a lot.
But heart problems, strokes, and kidney failure put an end to her employment.
This is the hardest thing I've ever been through, and I would wish this on nobody.
When Farner filed a claim against a lifetime of paying into federal Social Security disability, she was turned down twice, even though a rejection letter acknowledged she was severely disabled, but not disabled enough, unable to perform work of any kind.
It is a very tough standard, and you can argue about whether that should be the standard or not, but I'm stuck with that.
A 2-month CBS News investigation uncovered a system whose own standards have been called into question. A federal agency reeling from budget cuts and high staff turnover. Doctors making decisions outside their specialties, and inexperienced examiners under pressure to keep costs down.
We're failing the disabled on a very large scale.
Tricia Cardillo worked inside the system for years, reviewing disability cases in Ohio. She now fights for those seeking disability benefits.
There were a lot of times when I was fighting with management because I wanted to approve a claim, and I had to go through so many steps and jump so many hurdles to do that. It just seemed ridiculous.
All part, says Cardillo, of a culture built on denial. Examiners warned by their superiors that approving claims today could cost the government millions tomorrow.
So are you saying, in essence, there was a quota system? You couldn't go above a certain quota for approvals?
Every state had different numbers, but they know that a certain percentage of people, once denied, will never file an appeal.
CBS News has learned that 2/3 of all applicants denied last year, nearly 1 million people, simply gave up after being turned down the first time. Given how many claims are ultimately approved, that could mean hundreds of thousands of Americans are not getting the benefits they paid for and deserve.
One of the state examiners we talked to told us that people were singled out, talked to, if they approved too many claims.
You can approve too many and you can approve too few, and they're both wrong.
That's not what the examiner told us. She said that in her state, there were quotas to be kept at a certain level.
It's not the way the system works.
Well, that's the way it worked in her office.
You can always find a disgruntled person.
But we found nearly 36 former examiners from 14 states who told us about a system-wide culture to deny. And a review of 50 cases across the country reveals patients diagnosed with strokes, heart attacks, even brain cancer, rejected for disability payments.
Nobody cares if a case is denied. If you approve it, it will be subjected to intense scrutiny.
No surprise to Sherry Farner, whose case was finally approved by a judge a few weeks ago, after a 2-year wait, but not before losing her car, her life savings, and nearly her home. Armin Katayan, CBS News, Atlanta.